Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending from where you're watching us from. This is Our Faces. My name is Oscar, and with me tonight is Alberto. Alberto, how are we doing, and what are we doing today?
Hello, thank you for having me, Oscar. Tonight we have the first race of the group stage of the Sailing Nations Cup Virtual Regatta Inshore 2025, and the first two teams are meeting are.
It's going to be Germany versus Sweden, with the first race just starting. We're 30 seconds into the start procedure, so we're going to switch right onto the water and see what these two teams have ready for us. And I just want to quickly shout out Bernimus, thank you for the follow. I've seen that follow 2 minutes ago, and we see Roxy, Johnny, Lorenzo, and Floor in the chat. Hope you are all doing well. And I hope that you are excited for tonight's match, the first match in stages for the Nations Cup.
So here we have the two German eSailing champion. Mats is the current eSailing champion for Germany, and Seabear is the 2022 eSailing champions against Foiled and Seabear. Foiled is a multiple Swedish champion in a keelboat gnome 2 krone, and it's 2 crown in English. And we have Seabear that is skilled really well in match racing. Let's see if we see that are actually starting to be applied right now with a penalty from Foiled to Luxem.
Exactly, starting off very aggressive for the Swedish over here. But currently Sweden in second and third place according to the ranking on the right, but that's going to change because these boats are very close. Offshore racer with 17 knots of wind in average on the race course. That means that the wind is going to shift quite a bit. And on the end course, you're going to leave that first mark on your starboard. Go into a reaching, then we're going to have a long downwind into another reaching into an upwind finish. So we've seen this course in the past in 2024. And well, Germany versus Sweden, that's not a match that we see that often. They have only ever raced each other once, and that was exactly 1 year ago in the round robin stage of the eSailing Nations Cup 2024, where Sweden beat Germany 6-1. We'll see if Germany can take the revenge this time. There were no common races between last year and this year, the only one being the 4v4 J70 that Germany won. That Sweden won. But Germany did win one race against Sweden, and that was in the 4v4 F50, so we'll see if they can continue that winning streak on the F50. But we do see the two Swedish leading the fleets into this first downwind.
After
maybe we
a
can explain
good
how the
start
scoring
of
works.
yeah. So I want to explain a little bit of the race. After a great start of the German team, the Swedish come back with a massive right wing shift. So really well done to the Swedish. At the moment, though, they have a little bit of trouble because they are in the puff. The two on the left hand side. Mats is not in the same puff. Is going almost 2 knots slower than his teammate Luxen. And even Foil that is being covered was slower than that. And it's a nice battle between Foil and Lux at the moment. For the scoring, we have 7 races tonight. It's not the first one who reached 4 points, but if you win with a narrow win, you will have a certain amount of points. If you win with a big win, you have a different amount of points. So you need to push for all the 7 races tonight and make sure that you make as much points as you can. So it's really important to win every match. Do not leave any points to your opponents.
Exactly. Depending how badly you beat your opponent, you're going to get more or less points, and these points are going to create the ranking in your group, and that will then determine how you place into the knockout seeding. So every race counts, and then within the race, it's the normal low point scoring system. So first place gives you 1 point, second place gives you 2 points, and then the score for the team is the sum of the points of each of their players. In case of a tie, which is currently the case if with a 1 and a 4 and a 2 and a 3, the team who does not have first place takes the win. So in this scenario, it would be a win for Germany if they kept the 2 and a 3 and Sweden kept the 1 and the 4. Because 5 and 5 is the same, but Sweden have the first place. So the win goes to Germany.
On the 2v2, we are really, really lucky because this one is the only way where we can have a tie, and we can explain it in the way they told me that is super easy. If you had the last, you lost. So in that way, you do not have to have the last position like Germany have at the moment. But seems Sweden wanted to get inside, but he get a penalty by hitting the mark. Let's see if Luxen can actually overlap on foiled and pass him.
He
And
is
yes,
doing
this is
just
the
that.
case.
So he managed to slow down foiled quite a bit. That's going to push foiled into fourth. Seabear still is in first according to the ranking on the left, and we do see actually foiled getting a good shift over here and climbing some meters. So as it stands currently, it's going to be a first win for Sweden. We'll see if Luxen or Mats can put another penalty on one of the Swedes and get that second and third or better.
They should be
Luxen has a
focusing on
straight
one.
line.
And at the moment, Mats have a lot of issues here.
Exactly. With as you said, if you get the last place in a 2v2, you're not going to be able to win the race. And we see Seabear over here pushing Mats as far as he can on the left. Meanwhile, Luxen is going to get closer to foiled on the top right and decides now to come back to help his teammates.
A penalty here could be a game changer. Let's see what is going to happen. And a penalty.
It is going to be a
now...
penalty on Seabear, but maybe Luxen jibed a bit too deeply into the downwind. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up. Foiled coming in as well is going to try to penalize Luxen and does just that. And this last maneuver is going to be decisive. As Seabear crosses the first line first, foil in third, I think, and Luxen's going to be in fourth. We get the...
Yeah, but all the maneuvering are kind of difficult to do. Every time you tack or you jab, you lose a lot of speed. And even if it's planned to have a high wind condition, at the moment in the racing area, we see only 16 knots in the starting area, growing up nearby the first mark. So I believe will be something interesting to see here. The starting point will be really, really the most important things. And at the first mark, we can have actually the first idea on what is happening. But nothing is said until the last moment of the race, as we saw last year.
Exactly. I was gonna mention that usually what you see in fleet races with the F50, whoever arrives to that first reaching first, and then in that first gate, that first leeward gate, usually ends up winning the race or being in the top two of the race. But as we've seen it, and as you mentioned with France and Italy for the grand final last year, it was decided on that last reaching part just before the finish line. With 5 seconds to go, all the boats getting up to speed, approaching the start line. Watch out for any false starts. Watch out for any friendly fire between Paradicus and Jer7, ESG 777, trying to get the lead onto Dr. Cruel, but Dr. Cruel seems to be a little bit ahead. But ESG on the inside. A penalty behind by Harding, and another penalty on Paradicus, so SGR 88 defending her captain. Paradicus taking an 11 right here as well. Cruel in first place, followed by ESG 777 and Jer7, the captain for the German team. Paradicus in 6th coming in on port.
Attack from
Harding
on
Harding reading that perfectly, trying to put the penalty and slow them down.
Remember, a 2-3-5 is a winning one, a 2-3-6 is not. So at the moment, the leading one is Sweden.
Indeed, indeed. A nice maneuver for SGR to avoid the boat. Watch out for not going too deep into the boundaries. If you go too deep into that boundary, you are going to be slowed down by 10 seconds, which is a lot for the F50 especially, which is a very fast boat. We do have, I think it was 22 knots an average of wind on the race course.
Yeah.
So
That
it could be
is
less so
correct,
previously.
and I believe a lot of things will happen on the next tack. SGR need to tack. She is really, really close with ESG 777, and also Piraticus get the position over Harding. So at the moment, it's hard to say what is going to happen.
Yep, and we see Dr. Cruel doing a downwind attack onto Jer 7. Dr. Cruel had the right of way being on starboard. It's going to slow down Jer 7 for 10 seconds. That's going to allow Dr. Cruel to take first place. Jer 7 is still maintaining his second place for now, but I think that SGR 88 is going to steal that from the Germans. Currently, Sweden in 1 and 2 and 6. Germany in 2, 3, 4, or the 3, 4, 5, sorry.
Yeah. With the 1, 2, and 1, 3, you always win. So at the moment, Sweden is in the lead comfortably, I would say. But, everything can happen. The path is really difficult to predict. As you can see, George 7 is going 45 knots. ESG now is just reaching the same speed. SGR with a strong jibe here to do not lose too much speed. And the question is, where is the right place to go? You go on the right mark and wait for the right wind shift. You go to the left mark and tack as soon as you can. And let's see who paid the most. I believe George 7 is in a good position at the moment. Let's see when the wind shift is coming.
Yeah, Sweden is in a very strong position as well because they have 1 and 2. So whatever happens, if they keep this position, they're going to win. A 1 and 2 and a 1 and 3, I believe, wins no matter what.
Yep.
So they need to go fast. They don't need to focus too much on what the Germans are doing. As long as the Germans don't catch up, they're fine.
Yeah. Left wind shift is coming, but at the moment, GR7 and SGR are really, really close. Will be an interesting situation. They're not that close, and SGR tack on Andy's sails and gives some trouble to the German at the moment. Massive right wing shift for the first boat in the lead. Let's see if this one is going to change something.
The Germans really need to get one of their boats into the top 3 and try to get a penalty on one of the Swedes. Watch out for the friendly fire here. Germans getting awfully close to each other. It's going to force Piraticus to sail around Jer 7. And Dr. Cool is going to be starting this last downwind into the finish. SGR 88 soon to follow.
I believe only a big mistake now from the Swedes can change the course of this race. Like hitting a mark, for example. But I will say congratulations to the Swedes for the victory of the second match, also the second match.
Indeed, that's going to be a 2-0 for the start for Sweden. Still have 5 more races to go, so plenty of time for the Germans to catch up.
Yeah.
Nothing is decided yet, but a 1-2-6 is going to give them 9 points. 3, 4, 5 for the Germans. Gonna give them 12 points.
Yoko, he's a sailor in the radio control in the Dragon Force 95. And in 3, 2, 1, go.
Race 3 starting now in the J70 in the end course. Matthew Crush, please add the 470 to Virtuetta inshore. We would love to do that. We just need to get in contact with the class to do that. And Sweet Sailor Go Sweden showing the support for Sweden, currently leading 2-0 with 5 more races to go.
Yeah, it's really interesting this this path, because I believe the 4v4. I know it was F50 was won by Germany, not J70. Sorry.
Exactly. So F50 and J70, even though it's a 4v4, really don't play the same. So we'll see what Germany did, what Germany does. Sweden did have a better performance overall than Germany last year, winning 3 of their 6 matches in the group stages. But then both teams got eliminated in the quarterfinals. Germany by Italy and Sweden by Poland.
3, 2, 1. Oh, a lot of people out.
That's 3 false starts. In total, 2 for Germany, 1 for Sweden. It is Roxy Joni leading the fleet, but foiled and Rommel Seabear not far behind. Roxy Joni arriving on port, so he does not have the priority. He's going to be forced to attack by Seabear.
Yep. And the massive right-wing shift is giving a big chance to Sailing Me to catch up with the rest of the fleet. But at the moment, the 2 German ESG and Piraticus in 6 and 7 are kind of a problem for and the penalty there given by
Yoko
is not something that is helping the German team.
What's a winning combo in a 4v4? Is there
so if you have 1 and 2 like the Sweden have now, you lose only with 7 and 8. So having 1 and 2, you go, you run, you go as fast as you can with the top 2, and 7 and 8, the other 2 are trying to avoid to be 7 and 8. On the other hand, the German will like to have 7 and 8, so they have only to focus with the 4 boat against the 2 sailors. It's really difficult to have an easy tactic for this kind of format of 4v4 because you have so many opportunities, so many things that can go wrong. That can be interesting.
Yeah, we see that currently. We see the Swedes tacking over and over above the Germans, trying to keep them in their wind shadow, keep them in check. We'll see how that inverts with the downwind, because in the downwind, it's going to be suddenly the Germans who are going to be able to attack, and the Swedes are going to have to defend.
Yeah, at the moment, for example, Roxy is in a great position because he can block a little bit foiled, he can create a little bit of mayhem here, but probably is waiting for the next one.
But it's going to be Seabear trying to slow down Roxy Joni, trying to set up a mark trap to him, and foiled 1 arriving from behind puts a penalty on Roxy Joni. That's going to allow the 3 Swedes, Seabear, foiled 1, and Rommel to take the lead. Roxy Joni very close in 4th, Sailing Me a few meters behind in 5th. He's going to be able to help Roxy Joni if they can catch Rommel, for example, in their wind shadow. Behind Yoko is 7th, and ESG 777 has a couple of meters to catch up to Yoko.
Roxy is going for the attack.
Strategy here for Germany, I think, is going to be focusing on one of the Swedes and push the 2 of them into 7 and 8. Make that a 4v2.
At the moment, they are setting up the trap here. Roxy Joni on one side, the Piraticus in the middle, Sailing Me on the other one. Rommel do not stand much of a chance at the moment. Sailing Me going 12 knots, Roxy at 13, Rommel at 10. So they are rolling.
Yeah, he is starting to get sandwiched by both of them. He's going to have to bob and weave out of his way or hope for his teammates to help out. Yoko behind is the one who can help defend, trying to put Sailing Me into his wind shadow, but Rommel is also in Roxy Joni's wind shadow. ESG 777 is also can put some wind shadow on Yoko. If you can try to get a better angle on it, depending on how Yoko will jibe, that might happen. We see foiled 1 taking space on the right. Seabear is going to continue on the left, and Rommel still in the middle of the 3 Germans. And Yoko getting
Yoko's coming back. Yeah. Roxy is rightfully keeping the 3rd position because the last. This one is an M course.
It's an N course, so you want to be first on the upwind.
N course, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, November course. So you want to arrive first on the upwind, so you can put so you can control the fleet behind you.
Yeah.
And Currently, we have 3 Germans arriving in front of Rommel. They took that position.
Now,
Paraticus is still in a
good
difficult
trust.
situation.
Yep.
And ESG 777 did get a lot closer. We see a penalty here on Paraticus given by Yoko. Rommel rounding the mark in 12th. We do see ESG 777 being on Paraticus. That's going to delay her to get out of the penalty.
Yeah.
And Rommel is just happy to sit on her to get and extend that penalty. Sailing Me taking a penalty, 31. That's unfortunate. It's not something you should be doing. Another penalty on ESG 777 given by Yoko and Rommel, and suddenly Yoko and Rommel are back in 5 and 6.
It's a tough one here. Now the Germans are a little bit in a trouble. Sailing Me should come back a little bit to help, like Roxy is doing at the moment. He's slowing down Rommel in a really, really nice way. Sailing Me should close the gap, but the wind shift is so impressive. Probably want to get ahead of Foiled. But let's see, on the other hand, ESG 777 coming into contact. Really, really bad executed dial down here from Peter G-Man.
We do see Roxy Joni still keeping Rommel in check.
But
they need to push. They need to push Rommel and Yoko in 7 and 8 because they will not be able to take 1 and 2 from Seaber and Foiled currently. They're gonna have to force them to come back. We see Foiled and Seaber doing a little turn, hesitating to come and help their teammates.
Amazing passage of Yoko.
Yeah. Yoko has been pushed down to 8.
And penalty for Yoko now. And now, Roxy Joni get a penalty.
Penalty for Roxy Joni as he was trying to attack Rommel. Foiled also in front of Paraticus. They now have 3 Swedes in front.
Yeah. And Roxy Joni was the last hope, like the famous movie. But he did not manage to avoid the penalty over there, and is another victory for Team Sweden.
Sweden taking Seaber first place, Rommel second place, Foiled third place. Then we have Roxy Joni, Paraticus, and ESG 777 for 4, 5, and 6. But it's never too late for a comeback. And a Sweet Sailor supporting his teammates. Outstanding sailing, Team Sweden. And Sabota confirming that. With some perfect sailing from Sweden. We saw Roxy Joni trying to attack, I think it was Rommel on the left. One of the Swedes came back to help Rommel, and suddenly Roxy Joni was in a 2v1, could not defend, could not put the penalty, took the penalty himself, and from that moment on into that last part of that upwind, there was just no chances for Germany to be able to catch up anymore at that point.
What do you think in this 3v3 with the stars?
So with the star, what we've seen historically, in a downwind finish especially, is that the race is very close, and there's a lot of changes throughout the whole race until that last 50 meters in the downwind, where suddenly everything is decided.
So we are jinxing it right now, right?
So we are jinxing it right now, and we're going to hope for a nice battle and a nice comeback from Germany. And the start procedure has been given, so we're going to switch to race number 4.
20 seconds to the start. Penalty for George 7 at the moment. Sailing Me, George 7 Piraticus against Rommel SGR Harding. Swedish with the best team here. Let's see if they can keep it. Penalty for George 7, penalty for SGR. And the penalty for Sailing Me.
Yeah, 2 penalties again for the Germans, 1 penalty for the Swedes. Paraticus in the lead, but very close to Harding.
Yeah.
Then into that second curtain, we have Rommel, Gana Jur 7, and the third curtain, SGR 88, sailing me.
Nice positioning here from Rommel. That is keeping an amazing position. Piraticus in the lead is actually a winning combo with 1-3-5. Let's see if what is coming, because at the moment the wind shift are changing everything, and I'm not sure what is going to happen really soon. Piraticus in a great position, Rommel in another really well, is also well positioned. There is a moment of study at the moment that they need to
We'll
play
see.
a little
With
bit
the
of
star,
chess.
it's going to be the downwind, especially. The star has this extremely how do you say, like, extremely big wind shadow, an
Yeah.
efficient wind shadow. So you can cover like up to 50 meters, I think, with the wind shadow. And it's going to slow down the sailors in that wind shadow quite considerably. So right now
Nicely
it's all
done
about
by
positioning.
Piraticus on
And I saw your
Rommel.
follow, AKZ Camrad. So thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well.
Piraticus want to go in the mark on starboard against Harding that is coming on port. A risky move here for Piraticus because Harding risked to cross on front of it. Jur 7, a nice tuck in front of Rommel here, and want to give a penalty. Want to stop it.
Very tricky.
And Harding,
He's
as
bringing Rommel.
predicted.
Yeah, he's bringing Rommel to a full stop, even putting the penalty on Rommel. SGR 88 is coming in behind. She is above and on the inside of the mark.
And another penalty. Jur 7, two penalties. And
that is
SGR
great
stuck
Germany,
against the wind.
So she's still not far enough for them to sail cleanly and without worry, because Rommel can still slow down both Jur 7 and sailing me. We see Paraticus here attacking Harding, slowing him down by 0.3 knots currently. Yeah. But this is going to be a very small downwind. So they're going to have to defend the upwind after that.
Well done from Piraticus to defend the second position, not getting any penalties. Jur 7 is fighting against Rommel. Probably is going to lose the position here. Penalty for him. Told you, I'm the jinxer. But at the moment, 2-3. And let's see if Jur 7 can actually get the position over SGR. He didn't try even to get a penalty to Sarah. At the moment, the victory is for Sweden again, 1-4-5. But nothing is said. There is a short upwind and then a massive downwind.
The boats are still very close, and that short upwind is not going to be enough to put a safe distance between them and the boats following.
Yep.
So Harding still in first, still wind shadowing Paraticus, sailing me in seconds. We're going to see SGR 88 versus Jur 7 here on the left. They're going to have to keep that mark on starboard again.
Yep. Okay, at the moment, Harding is crossing in first position. He tried to close the door on sailing me, but with no success. Piraticus is slowing down Rommel just a little bit as sailing me is slowing down Piraticus. Let's see what sailing me invent here. He doesn't have the right way. Yeah.
Sailing me just decided to bump it to Harding. That puts the penalty, but that might put him in a more difficult position in the upcoming meters, as that's going to allow two of the Swedes to overtake Paraticus with SGR 88 and Rommel. Now sailing me is surrounded by three Swedes.
Yeah, but if he didn't break the overlap. If he had left up a little bit, he could have broke the overlap. And now sailing me should be in the attacking mode.
He decides to focus on Harding on the left, as Jer7
Yeah.
is going to focus on SGR. He's also going to have to defend from Rommel. Erratic is taking the middle, and Jer7 slowly being pushed away by Rommel.
Rommel is trying to attack Jer7 and defend SGR.
Yep, by arriving in front or above Radicus to slow him down. Currently, it's still a 1 and 2 for Sweden.
We are 300 meters to the finishing line. Swedish with a 1 and 2. Jer7 just start to attack Rommel, but even he didn't. He's going to slow him down, sending me at the moment. A little bit of confusion for the German team here.
Paradicus can slow down SGR, but she is herself being slowed down by Rommel by almost 2 knots. Rommel arriving fast onto her, putting the penalty. Jer7 can still try to help, maybe.
Yep.
But with a 1 and 2 from the Swedes, it's going to be another point.
SGR Harding.
Close every time. It's just that little extra that's missing, and they can take the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Germany is, despite the results, is really, really close. Except I say couple of races. One the Star, one the F50. The other two, they were really, really close, but Sweden have like the idea, the snap moment where they get and give the penalty and change the course of the race. I believe Germany miss this kind of skills, but is really early. This one is a stage just to make a seeding for the knockouts. So do not treat it like a practice because they're not practicing it. But this one is not compromising the results of the event. It's just giving you opportunity to improve your skill and refine your team racing tactics.
As the gun has fired, and this is a very good start initially by Sweden.
Yeah.
ESG 777 taking a penalty, a 10 over here, just recovering from it. As I was explaining it, SGR88, Dr. Crow in the lead. Sea Bear right next to them on the right side.
We saw Roxy Johnny creating a little bit of havoc before. Let's see if he can keep it. He's really, really fast, as you can see. He's the only one in the top position. He needed to do a mark trap. He needed to do a lot of mayhem around the Swedish lines. I believe he can do it. Let's see how effective he could be.
Yep, mark trap is going to be one of these maneuvers that you can do probably the most safely, and which has the biggest impact. Because even in a course like this with the M course, that first mark is upwind. So if you can do a mark trap penalizing the other players as they're trying to tack to go from a starboard to port or port to starboard for running the mark, they're going to be stuck even more by being head to win.
Yep.
And they slow down even more. So I think the mark trap is one of the most effective ways that they can use tactics and penalties to slow down the opponents, with the wind shadow, of course.
I want to remember that 1, 2, 3 is always a winning situation, and at the moment Sweden is not far from here. Roxy is forced to do a double tack. We have Taumeister that is coming back, luckily, so the race is not as bad as thought, and the massive left wing shift is going to bring ESG and Sailing Me more closer to the fleet.
Yes, they just gotta be careful as well not to slow each other down too much with ESG being above Sailing Me winner 20. Attacking now. Yoko is gonna have to try to avoid his teammate. We see a dial down by Dr. Cruel, who misses ESG 777, who managed to avoid it. Same with Sailing Me and Sea Bear.
Massive puff now
Yeah,
that is
we're
helping Sweden.
I was going to see this. So these boats are flying in front. Going at 14 knots with the Ilka.
Yeah. And at the moment, it seems Taumeister is slowing down SGR enough so ESG can catch up also.
They need to put that, yeah, they need to put SGR or Yoko out of the top 3.
Penalty for ESG.
Yeah, I believe that was a friendly fire, yeah. And Roxy Joni managing to round that mark. Dr. Cooler arriving fast. Attacking immediately onto starboard.
Yep. So, if there is another puff, Sweden can win. If not, and they are going slow as there's no wind at the moment, there will be another interesting downwind we will see.
And Dr. Cole taking
nice
a
dial down here.
Dial down, exactly.
Really aggressive. Really. That is not the moment. That's the moment that is going to change. Let's see if it's not too late to save this race or not. Definitely a good move from ESG 777.
Yeah, they need to slow down whoever they can find. Create the gap. The Swedes still have 1, 2, 3. That is still the winning combo, but the Germans are not far behind. As long as they don't get this huge puff again, they should be able to catch up.
Roxy is again the last hope for Germany. Seems there is no major puff. The wind is not really weak, but there is no strong puff.
Yeah, and Roxy Joni still has SGR in the he has her in his wind shadow. And there is a bit of a pressure on the left, so maybe his teammates can use that to try to catch up.
There will be a nice battle between Roxy, Yoni, and SGR now. Let's see if Roxy go for a penalty. No, he's not.
And yes, about it puts a penalty on SGR 88. Taumeister is going to be able to overtake. Mats is not far behind. He's probably going to need a second penalty on SGR to be able to fully overtake.
And now is also a moment for the back to watch the back one.
Yeah.
Because also ESG and Sailing Me needed to put Dr. Cruel and the Sea Bear in the bottom part. Just remember, Dr. Cruel won multiple world championship. World match
and we see winner crossing the finish line. Yoko is still in second. Taumeister and Mats are close. They're gonna take third and fourth. SGR is gonna take fifth. Roxy Joni in sixth.
And now depends everything
I'm not sure about the math over here, but they need to push Dr. Cruel.
Yeah. And there is a penalty. There is a penalty here.
Sailing Me and ESG 77, 4, 7, and 8, 9, and 10 for the Swedes. So
I believe this one is win from. I'm not sure.
We'll have to do the maths for that, but
thank God we have a scorer here for this.
9 and 10 is very expensive, but they also have 1 and 2, and then they have the middle. So they have the first 2, the last 2, and the perfect middle of the fleet, Sweden.
Yep. It's a 6-1 or 7-0 that is a decisive win or loss. So they still have opportunity to do that, and let's see what we can see. Definitely something interesting we saw. and 1 minute for the guys to race.
And those are 20.67 lizards in the chat.
Yeah.
No lizards in Sweden versus Germany. We see the boats starting to put pressure on each other. 40 seconds to go before the start procedure. Or before the dong to cross the start line.
Both team, I say, they put their best roster here. Both a national championship on one side. On the other one, we have Rommel, that is a finalist, foil, that is a national champion. So, double penalty for Luxen. Penalty also for Mats. 10
Both
seconds to the
Germans
start.
and a penalty from 10 seconds to the start. That's going to give an advantage for Sweden at the start. It's an M course again, so the same course, this long upwind into two small
penalty start for Luxen, for Mats also.
formats. Yep.
Because it
That
crossed
is
on
not,
port.
Yeah, not something that you want to have. Sweden in 1 and 2.
It's too early to call. Rommel here is really close to Luxen.
It's too early to call, but it's a bit like
it's
this.
not a good start for the German, though.
We've seen Sweden nailing their starts every time. They're always on top for the starts, and that just makes it easier for you for the rest of the race. So the Germans are not helping themselves by doing these starts that they could be doing better. Sometimes it's just lack of attention with the false starts in that one race, where two of them did a false start.
Yeah. I believe at the moment the German are doing the right way. They're splitting, making them choosing, not focusing 2 versus 1, and at the moment they're all really close. Major left wing shift is coming, so if Luxen is actually bringing Rommel to the right, taking a lot of time and allowing Mats to go on the left hand side, is definitely a pro. But Rommel do not follow the bait there. He heard me.
We heard
they
that
have people listening the live to have the best tactics.
That Luxen was trying to exactly, to try to lure him away. It's still foiled on Mats, who haven't changed much.
At the moment, I would say, bad for Germany, but not as bad as could be worse. Let's say like that.
Luxen actually managing to take 3.
Yeah, seems to, right? He's really close with Rommel. Now Foyle is probably going to tack a little bit
Rommel
over
went
both of them.
Wide, and suddenly that shift is going to disappear on them, so they're going to be in lighter winds.
Yeah.
You can see that by the color on the water, the darker it is, the more wind you have, the more pressure you have. But then with the J70, you kind of maxing out at 6 knots in the upwind. So if you're already at 6 knots, going into a lighter patch of wind and staying at 6 knots is not going to change much.
Yeah, the wind shift are more important, and as you can see, both German are close with the third one with Rommel, and remember the last one is losing. Bad attack for Mats, really bad attack. And let's see if Mats, sorry for Luxen. Let's see if Mats with the kite up, he can actually catch up with.
He's going to gain
Rommel.
some meters on Rommel, and he's going to be able to trap in into the wind shadow.
The puff is coming, so it will be interesting now to see what's going to happen. Well done by Luxen by going away, kinda. So when Rommel is going to jibe, Mats have the possibility to cover him. Yeah, exactly like this. And as you can see, Mats is going 2 knots faster. Well done by Mats.
And Rommel deciding to go behind, trying to attack, defend their position. That was close. But Foiled is here to help.
Yeah.
And
Luxen hit
a
a mark.
31 by Luxen, that's unfortunate.
I see Mats is still there.
Yeah.
There is another downwind, so nicely done by Luxen, doing a drop really fast, attacking and keeping the speed. I believe is getting the position over foil, especially with the left wing shifts coming right up. That will be interesting to see what's going to happen. Definitely Rommel is going to need to help foil after what foil did to help Rommel.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play smart here, the Germans. Focus on foils.
Yeah.
Push them in the back. Make sure that they get that 2 and 3 or better. And we see a foil over here attacking
Luxen really hard.
And putting the penalty.
Still pretty close, say. Maybe a double tack for Luxen here, but
yeah, they're so close, so they could still attack on the downwind.
yeah.
But they're gonna have to be pretty aggressive on the downwind because
a puff is coming.
Yeah. They need to put one of the Swedes into fourth.
Let's see what's happening here. The mark. Foil playing safe. He should have dialed down on Luxen and try a penalty here, and that was game over for Germany. But there is still a chance. And let's see what's going to happen. And the downwind starts. Last leg.
Last
Luxen
chance.
Following. Yeah.
Mats is gonna split.
He's going slightly faster, like a knot and a half faster than foiled. Rommel is also there. That is not a good news for the German.
Do you think Matt should stay on the right?
Not sure, to be honest, because another path is where Rommel is. And now is the attack from Germany.
Yeah,
let's
now
see.
it's Luxen
Mats,
putting
another one in
shadow.
attack. And
Penalty on Mats by foiled. Nice defending.
Nice time to Luxen to
Try to bait, do something, put a penalty.
yeah.
But Rommel is just gonna
And
keep
penalty
the
for
pressure,
Luxen.
put the penalty right now, and Sweden taking first place again. And
Yeah.
second.
Really well done to Sweden.
Here we go.
So, but here Dr. Krull won a World Match Racing Tour. So it's hard to compare.
It's going to be hard to compare, and for the F50, the start again is going to be a very important. So do not mess it up. No pressure.
No pressure at all.
And you're going to see them start quite far from the starting line. As usual with the F50, you want to pick up speed and hit the start line at maximum velocity.
Yeah.
So you usually start around 20 seconds to go towards the start line by being at the boundaries. We are in about 17 knots of wind. I think it's 18 knots on average on the race course. Or 17?
Yeah, correct. 18, I believe.
18.
Seems a good start for Sweden, but
a late start for everyone.
Yeah. Roxy actually is starting from below and try to get the first position here.
Uh,
Will be enough.
Dr. Crew is going slightly faster, but Roxy Joni had enough meters ahead.
A risky
So with
market drop.
in a 2v2, and then with the F50, if you have first place, just keep it. Do your race, do it as fast as possible, because actually, no, don't do that, because soon 3 is a winning position. So be careful to what your teammate is doing. You need to get out of that 4th place.
Yeah. At the moment, Roxy Johnny keeping the first position and putting Dr. Cruel in a kind of difficult position of tacking really, really close to the boundary to avoid the dirty win from the German team. Harding on the other side, going slightly faster than Roxy, not keeping the position, not taking the position. But here, Roxy tacking in front of Harding.
We have the exact mirror, or opposite mirror here. Roxy with Harding and Dr. Crew with Luxon. So Harding did manage to get out of Roxy Johnny's wind shadow. Roxy Johnny is gonna come back and put it on him again.
And Roxy is going to keep the first position here. Really well done on the boundary. Now Harding needs to go down in his wind shadow, slow down, and slow down also Dr. Krull, so the distance with Luxen is not increasing.
Yeah, he's gonna have
Roxy
to put a penalty
slowing
on one
down
of them.
really too much,
Yeah.
risking to lose the position here with Christian. Don't slow it too much.
Well, he needs to put a penalty on one of the Swedes. You'd rather have 2 and 3 than 1 and 4.
Yeah. But look, I believe Luxen now is getting a good position over, and
Yeah,
he's
he's
in
on
second
fourth
position
and
now.
cannot-
Penalty.
So Harding was coming in on starboard. Luxon was not able to avoid Harding's attack. And he just now manages to get away from his penalty, but Harding managed to get enough speed to keep second and third.
A penalty is going to change everything, so... Roxy still covering Dr. Krull even in the downwind here, slowing down. And Roxy is saying, one more time, we try again next. And well done by Luxem by changing the mark, trying to go a little bit higher on the right hand side, splitting with Harding. So the idea of trying to get the third position, managing with the right wing shift, is not that far.
Yeah, if Harding can be slowed down a bit, or if Dr. Krull can be slowed down a bit, they might cross path with Luxon while Luxon is on starboard.
Yeah, let's see what Roxy is.
And that might be a nice opportunity for the Germans to try to put a penalty or slow them down. Fortunately, Dr. Krull was a bit too below.
I would say 1-2 now for Germany. Am I wrong?
I think it's gonna look like it. Harding is still there, but no, he's below. And Dr. Krull went very wide in that shift. Came in a bit too late. Luxon attacking again. Roxy Joni had to dial down to avoid Harding, so Harding taking second place.
Roxy Joni also attacking under Dr. Krull.
He's gonna have to attack under Dr. Krull. That shift did not help.
Let's see if Luxon is doing something here.
Luxon has to do something, yeah.
Next mark.
This is the last chance. Roxy Joni taking a penalty. Yeah. Luxon has to put the penalty now. still in first. Dr. Cruel is going to try to bait him into going maybe too wide or too slow, or doing a lot of turns around Luxon. Maybe try to confuse him a bit, but they are slowing down. Roxy Joni is still a bit too far.
And looks a miss.
And takes the penalty. That was
Tough
well
first
defended,
match
well played
for
the Swedes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough race, but very well played by the Swedes.
Yeah.
But yeah, well played by Sweden. That's a 7-0 first round in the first match into the group stage in Group A.
Yeah.
So just as a reminder, in Group A, we have Sweden, Germany, Italy. I'm missing one.
Hungary.
Hungary.
Yeah. Next match for Group A will be Italy-Hungary, will be on Saturday. We have here the vice captain with us that is helping scoring. Do you want to say a word, Lorenzo, for next match? Next match, Italy-Hungary. Yeah. Don't shake your head. Go for it.
No, we won't.
No worries. Next one for Group A will be really, really interesting. He doesn't have it.
But yeah, so next race you said was going to be Italy versus Hungary on the 6th of December. That's this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting
20
matchup because
UTC.
we know Italy is a very strong team. They've been vice champion last year. They've been champion the year before. And Hungary is the new team. And they performed pretty well in that opening qualifying series. Not qualifying, but the opening race, the mixed opening fleet race for the seeding round into the groups. They have some strong players that we've seen several times in different finals throughout the year, throughout the championships on Virtual Regatta Inshore and eSailing. But we don't know what they look like as a team in a team race championship like the Nations Cup. So very excited to see this one. Very exciting to see how these two teams played today. We've seen that Sweden has kind of mastered how they play together. They know when to attack, when to defend, how to attack, how to defend. They sail together, and that was some very solid racing by Sweden over here. For Germany, they have the good intention every time. It's just the way how they try to put it in place. Sometimes a bit lacking. Sometimes there's some errors that could be avoided, like the touching the mark, doing false starts. These kind of things slow you down a bit, and that can be enough for some races to give the edge to the opponent. But the good thing is that these are small things that can easily be corrected.
It's really looking forward for the match on this group. Really looking forward for the match of the next group that will be on the 7th, on the 8th, and on the 10th. So a lot of races in the next 2 weeks. We have 12 matches, so stay tuned because a lot of things is going to happen in the next 2 weeks.
Exactly. Well, we have the results for our first match in Group A. We'll see the second match in Group A, as you said, very soon. Group B is going to start soon after that. But I think it's time for us to call it a night. Congratulations to Sweden. Good luck to Germany in the next races. We know that you have the level and you can do it. So you are fully supported in that. And thank you all for watching. This has been Oscar, your host, and with me was Alberto. And a quick shout out to Lorenzo in the background helping us with the scoring as well.
He tried at least. He's not. No, well done to Lorenzo. Thank you for your help.
Right. Well, time for us to go. Thank you all for watching. It's been a blast, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.